We got a good thing going here, Walter. You want to throw it away on some junkie? I used to be a beat cop, long time ago. And I'd get called out on domestic disputes all the time, hundreds of them over the years. But there was this one guy, this one piece of shit I will never forget, Artie Evelyn. He kind of looked like Bo Svensson from Walking Tall. You know who I'm talking about? No? No? Anyway, big boy. 260, 270. But his wife, or his girlfriend, or whatever she was, she was small. Kind of like a bird. Wrists like little branches. Anyway, my partner and I would get called out there every weekend. And one of us would pull her aside and we'd say, come on, tonight's the night you press charges. And this wasn't one of those deep down he loves me kind of setups. This was different. We'd seen a lot of those over the years, but this was different. This girl was scared. And she wasn't going to cross him no way, no how. So nothing we could do but hand her off to the EMTs, throw him in the car, drive downtown, throw him in the drunk tank. He sleeps it off and out he goes the next morning back home. Then one night, my partner's out sick, and it's just me. And the call comes in, and it's the same old crap, broke her nose in the shower kind of thing. So I go out there, I cuff him, put him in the car, and off we go. Only this night, we're driving into town, and this sideways asshole is in the back seat humming Danny Boy. And it just rubbed me wrong. So instead of going left, I go right out in the middle of nowhere. And I stop my cruiser and I yank him out of the back and I kneel him in the dirt and I put my revolver in his mouth. And I tell him, this is it. This is how it ends. And he's screaming, swearing to God he's going to leave her alone, go in the bathroom all over himself, screaming as much as you can with a revolver in your mouth. And I told him to be quiet. I said I needed to think about what I was going to do next. And he goes quiet, of course. Then still. And then real quiet. Kind of like a dog waiting for dinner scraps. And we sat there for a while. Me acting like I'm thinking things over. And Prince Charming kneeling in the dirt with shit in his pants. And then after a few minutes, I take the revolver out of his mouth. And I pull him up and I say to him, so help me God, if you ever touch her again, I will such and blah, 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 blah. Just a warning. Just trying to do the right thing. But 2 weeks later, he killed her. Of course. Caved her head in with the base of a blender. We got to the scene and there was so much blood, you could taste the metal. The moral of my story is, I chose a half measure when I should have gone all the way. I'll never make that mistake again. No more half measures, Walter.